CallDesk is a Paris-based startup that has been around since 2017. We were the first to create callbots for customer service in France. Basically, we automate conversations between users and brands. Our goal is to take repetitive, low-value calls off the hands of agents and, of course, save money for our clients. Today, we're handling around 20 million calls and are on track for more. And we're quadrupling the number of calls every year. So next year, we hope to handle between 60 and 80 million calls if all goes well. So, a callbot is a virtual assistant on the phone, as the name suggests. Basically, any clients who receive a lot of calls in their customer service, whether in-house or outsourced, would be interested in our solution. Typically, today, we serve industries like logistics. Our most well-known client in this sector is La Poste. But of course, we also work with e-commerce, banking, and insurance. Fundamentally, once again, any industry that receives a large volume of incoming calls and customer inquiries. What we observe is that from the first exchanges we have with a potential client to the deployment in production, it takes between 2 and 4 weeks. If at that point, the client chooses to go with one or more use cases, we move into the design phase of the bot that will handle those scenarios. Then we move into production, of course, following a testing phase. Once we're in production, we switch to an interaction-based pricing model, either per minute or per interaction, but we prefer per interaction. On average, it costs around 20 cents per interaction, compared to a human interaction, which can be 3, 4, or 5 euros.
When the company was founded in 2017, we needed a lot of training data to achieve acceptable performance for the use cases. But starting in 2021, we experienced a real boom in technology that allowed us to handle different use cases much more easily, enabling us today to have callbots that can respond to specific automation requests almost without training. All our data is hosted in data centers located in Europe, so our data is close to our users. Additionally, all this data is encrypted at rest, meaning in the data centers, and also in transit when we have a conversation with one of our virtual agents.
Compared to IVR systems, the advantage is that we're not just pressing 1 or 2. We're really having a conversation between the robot and the human. So the technology adapts to the caller, not the other way around. The aim is not to match human abilities like empathy, complexity, or mental agility. It's more about offering a service that's available around the clock without any waiting time, and with consistent responses for all callers at a much lower cost than repetitive human efforts. We mainly observe 3 indicators of success. The first is the number of calls avoided, which relieves the customer service overall. The second indicator is the resolution rate of requests, meaning whether we actually solve the caller's issue, rather than just avoiding a call. The third is the cost savings achieved over the year. Today, contact centers face significant economic challenges. We want to continue providing quality customer service, but, of course, with the most controlled and measured cost possible. And so, we help them in this difficult economic equation.